My husband is taking another woman's name in his sleep. My husband and I are both in our 30s, married for about 10 years with kids. When my husband is extremely exhausted, he tends to talk in his sleep. It's not much, just a few words here and there. Usually, it's about whatever is preoccupying his thoughts at the time. When our boys were younger, his sleep talk was typically about feeding them or giving them a bath. Nowadays, it happens less frequently than it did back then, but it still occurs about once a week. During these episodes, he generally mumbles about work, fishing, or his car. However, last night was different. He mentioned another woman's name in his sleep multiple times. First, he just said her name and kind of laughed in his sleep. Then he said, "Her name. Let's go to bed," followed by a comment about a shower a few minutes later. This woman lives nearby. My husband knows her, but I don't. I work in the afternoons and my husband gets out of work around 4, as does she. Consequently, they're both outside with the kids around the same time. I've never seen them be anything but friendly. I've never observed any odd behavior from him. Still, this incident has left me feeling very paranoid. I don't want to be one of those people who gets upset with their partner over something that happened in their sleep. Am I being ridiculous for considering bringing this up to him? When I did bring it up in a lighthearted manner, my husband's very defensive response made me even more concerned. He said, "If you expect me to stop hanging out with her over this, you're out of your mind." Of course, I never intended to ask him to stop talking to her over a dream, but his reaction seemed disproportionately intense. Yesterday, I took a half day off work and arrived home at 4:15, the time they're usually hanging out. To my surprise, neither my kids nor my husband were at home. My husband had told me he got them off the bus, and his Life 360 app indicated he was home, plus his car was in the garage. I called his phone, and it rang from the bedroom, but he was nowhere to be found. I decided to walk by the woman's house. She has a pool in her backyard, and from the street, I could clearly hear the two of them talking and laughing in the backyard pool. I didn't even step onto her yard. I just yelled out my husband's name and asked, "Where are the kids?" He was silent for what felt like an eternity. He began to say something, but I cut him off and demanded to know where my kids were. He finally said they were over at his mother's house. I told him he had until I went to get them and returned to pack his things and leave. He tried to continue talking, but by then he had come out to the street, and I honestly didn't want to hear anything he had to say. I warned him I wasn't messing around and that if he was still there when I came back, I would lose my temper. He got the message and was gone by the time I returned. Later that night, I let him tell me his side of the story over the phone. He claimed they were just friends, and that he hadn't disclosed how close they were because he thought I would get upset. This was a lie. I don't care if he has female friends as long as he respects boundaries, which he clearly didn't. I don't believe anything he said. He lied about our kids' whereabouts just to innocently hang out with a friend? This is all new, but I have no intentions of reconciling with him. I will co-parent and nothing more. The entire situation feels surreal. I still can't fully grasp that it's happening. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more interesting stories and perspectives, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. Don't miss out on more interesting videos. Click the video on your screen to check out my previous interesting content. And I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. See you in the next video.